Hello, lovely people. How are we all doing? I hope you are doing good. So, 2.2 is here. Let's go. I'm very excited. We're going to dive straight into the main story. Let's go and see what the fuck is happening. I'm so excited. Fuck yeah. Let's dive straight in. Can't wait. Can't wait. Not even going to theorize. Just going to experience. Let's do it.
You there, Abster?
Abster? Already not liking that nickname. You can already put that nickname away. No, thank you. My cringe factor went to 10 then.
What's up?
All right, Abster, how's it going? God, I can't use that nickname.
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Oh, I hope she's okay. Oh, no. Poor Abby.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky?
Yes, an inverted tower, you may say.
Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
Not actually the worst idea. Why don't we all just fly up there? Because we can fly too.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds.
We literally have the ability to fly. Surely we can just go for it.
Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on. It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Egla Town would be a perfect launch pad.
Now we're launching her. That seems like a great idea. Yes, let's launch her into the sky. Perfect. I can't wait. This seems what? Oh, it's you for the trailer. You're here already? Choo. Oh, her design is gorgeous. Wow. The outfit is so cute. I love the green.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
Is that the same voice actor as Encore again? It sounds like her, but also I feel like whenever I hear this voice now, I just think of Regulus from Reverse. I might be wrong, but yeah, just let me know. But it kind of sounds like her. Also, not the voice I was expecting for her, to be honest. Don't know if I like it or not. Interesting. We have some strong contenders for voice acting, though, in all honesty. So not everything's always going to be a cup of tea, but let's listen to more. I might quite like it. I actually didn't pay attention to what you just said, though. Oh, what feelings? Relaxation and warmth, I would say. But let's actually do it in my voice acting voice because I keep forgetting. Relaxation and warmth.
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Jacona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you.
You're looking for me?
I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you.
I am positive that's her, but also I feel like I just hear everything as her sometimes. I don't know. I like hear an NPC and I'm like, I'm positive it's her. She's everywhere. You'll have to let me know in the comments.
Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, Has something happened?
Carlotta. We love Carlotta. We stan Carlotta in this house.
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartethyia. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartethyia since.
I feel like this would have been a great character to have an Irish accent. Like, I feel like this character would have suited that so well. Slight missed opportunity here. The voice acting's like good, but it's nothing super unique to things we haven't already heard from the game. But also I feel like my judgment of voice acting and my expectation of voice acting for this game has gone from like a 7 to a 10. And so my standards are extremely high now because they've just done such an incredible job with the voice acting.
That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartethyia?
Well, she was like dancing on some water and then she walked off. Oh, and we spoke a little bit, I think. That's about it. I don't really remember.
The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count.
I like the earrings, though. That's cool.
Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it.
Oh, that's pretty sick. Are we gonna get a song? To sing?
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
I was kind of expecting her to sing. I really wanted to sing. That would have actually been so sick. Giving me, like, Witcher vibes. Oh, that would have been so good. Oh, that would have been actually really good. Oh, I'm a little bit sad now. Damn. My standards are too high for this game. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying it, though. I love her design. Like, her design is gorgeous. She might be going on the list of characters I need to get. Even better if she could sing, though. That would be sick. Yes, I remember this. A PC breaking. Hello.
Tune into my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment, but this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Oh, she doesn't know? She doesn't know. A question I have yet to answer myself. She doesn't know.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian.
Oh.
But you really don't have any idea?
I was hoping you would sodding know. Oh. That's annoying. So you don't know. We don't know. Who knows? Who the fuck does know?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too.
So, is she not the maiden? Because didn't the maiden know? Okay.
My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me.
Okay, so she is the maiden. Okay, so she definitely is the maiden.
You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
Abby.
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart.
What do you mean?
Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo?
You can sense Abby?
Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's...
Did something come to mind?
I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals.
I feel like I'm being sent on a quest in Zelda. I know, she does kind of look a bit like Zelda, but like, I feel like I'm like about to go on a quest that's being set by Zelda and I'm Link. I don't know why, I just get that vibe. I mean, I'm
I've
digging
sensed
it.
a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Maybe?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
I mean, unless she is the resonator for the Threnodian and someone else is the resonator for the Sentinel. Maybe?
The center for Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
I mean, her eyes do have that, like, purpling. Are you sure, Abby?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou. So it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first.
Well, to be fair, we don't need to err on the optimistic side, because the truth is, we don't really know what being the Threnodian's resonator means yet, right? Like, she seems good. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing, right? Yeah, like, we don't need to be worried about it too much yet. Although I'm sure this quest will tell us why we do need to be worried about it. But I feel like right now, we don't need to be super worried about it. Like, it's okay, you know?
Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel.
Awfully calm about this.
Spending so much time alone in the Sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your Sonorosphere?
A part of the Sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter.
Just break it open?
I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the Sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse.
Nah, we'll just pop it open, it'll be alright. We're the rover. We can just do anything. Plot armor.
And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna.
Oh.
It would be catastrophic.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't do that then. Never mind. That would
You
be
said
good.
no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside.
Oh.
Perhaps they know something.
Well, if they could have gotten in, then surely they would have gotten in by now, right?
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
That is definitely the most innocent description that she could have given.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator. It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
She seems very sweet, which concerns me. Oh god. I mean, we know she's going to be playable, but that doesn't mean she's safe. You know? Not everyone can have the plot armor.
Rover? Rover? Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
What a weird, like... I'm sorry, I'll stop.
No, it was really helpful.
What is this reaction? Are you okay? Alright. This lady is weird.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
Is she crying? Right. She is super weird, okay. You tell... Is it Caconia? Is that how you say it? What happened? I love her design, but she is a weird character. Alright. Well, hopefully she'll become more endearing to me later, but yeah. I love the design, which is why I'm kind of gutted I don't like the personality that much. But hey, I've 360'd before. You never know.
So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments.
I just can't. All right.
The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song. I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
I kind of wish they'd gotten a bit more of like an upbeat voice, like a bit of a louder voice. I feel like her voice is almost like a bit too posh and controlled, but like the voice had a bit more oomph in it and a bit more variety in like the building of excitement in that moment of being like, oh, like, you know, that could be really exciting and let's see what goes on. And, you know, I kind of wish it matched the actual physicality of the character, you know? So, yeah. I feel like I'm talking a lot about voice acting, but I feel like voice acting in this game has become such a big focus for a lot of things because it's been so good. So, yeah. Bit of a miss for me, this one, I think. But I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. We all have our own opinions. But I love the design of the character, which is why I think I'm being so, like, judgmental on it. Oh, someone else rocked up. Hello?
Pardon the intrusion, my lady.
Okay. This dude sounds evil as hell. Okay.
My name is Sebastian. As per my lady's instructions, I
Yes.
have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
This dude sounds so evil. What the hell? I know he's not gonna be, but he just... Hello, my lady.
The Phasalia family? The one that's likely worshipping the Threnodian? Why does she want to talk with me?
That's what we would like to know. I swear to, if I see one tongue in this conversation that is not inside someone's mouth, and if it comes out of the mouth, we're gonna be having words. Just putting that
The
down
lady
right now.
has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Why does it sound like she wants to murder me? I'm sus.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your message to the lady.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say.
Tell me about these rumors.
I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
They all sound like clickbait titles to me.
Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in?
I don't have much time. How about a short and virgin?
Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over.
Well, that makes sense with the trailer. That is definitely consistent with what we saw in that trailer. With, like, the poison and, like, people were saying they thought, like, the ocean bit was metaphorical and stuff, like the pain that she was going through and, like, that kraken or the Leviathan-esque creature that was in the water and kind of beating it and stuff, and that was her beating the poison and that's why she was able to become the head of the Phasalia. So that, lore-wise, makes sense with what we saw in that trailer.
Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor.
Oh, the other lady in the trailer? Ooh, interesting, okay.
Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it.
Sounds like a dangerous person.
In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
Oh, I will be. I will be on guard. I will be afraid every second. I mean, brave.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cartethyia spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Like I'll be heading over there sooner than we thought. Alright. Let's do this. Oh my god, that was only the pre-bit. We're not even in the quest yet. That took me half an hour.
Hello. I received Chacona's memo.
Oh.
To think the head of the Phasalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene.
So this is why she's not in this
that
quest.
being said, if the Phasalias try
with us.
anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gate.
Oh, Carlotta.
In the meantime, I'll keep looking for
God.
more information and the person Cartethyia mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Oh, love her. God, her voice acting is just incredible. Incredible. My second wife. I am gonna have to get her though. Like when she like comes out. Because oh my god. Oh, maybe I have been here before. I just don't think I've been in there. I feel like this does look kind of familiar. It's pretty though.
Now, if you'll please just follow me.
Okay, evil Sebastian. See the inside. The music? Beautiful. Ang. Jeez. Wow.
One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, peak voice acting. Oh, I am ready for this. Oh, hell yeah. Here we go.
To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper.
I'm so excited.
Especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival.
Just Rover will do.
Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
She is gorgeous. Like, she is stunning. We're just saying that. Just design-wise, my gosh, she is a beautiful looking character. I wonder if her name's similar to Cinderella deliberately. Like, I wonder if it's actually meant to be similar. Probably not, but I feel like if that was a reference they were trying to make, I quite like it. She's tall. Dang. My boy Brant. This violin is just giving me life. So pretty. Why is it like... Oh, it's kind of foggy. Second.
Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto.
Don't know why you needed to rub my tea, but okay. She was like, have the tea. And I'm like, now I'm sus. now I'm sus of the tea. Right. Can we just address something in the room, okay? The boobs. I genuinely don't know where to look, okay? I feel awkward about it. We all feel awkward about it. We're just going to acknowledge that they are there. They are bursting out, and we are going to move on, okay? But dang. I seriously can't stop looking. I'm going to look at her face because I feel like I need to be respectful. But this is just... they're just there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like we've acknowledged them, and we can now move on.
Members of the
Look her in the
family
eyes.
may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
I can choose to push the tea aside. I mean, I do like being a bit... I mean, I'm a bit sus of the tea. To be is this really going to make a difference? Rebel.
I see. Let's set aside such past unpleasantness for the time being.
I kind of like to see how she sort of deals with it in a polite way. It's quite fascinating.
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna?
Peaceful in a way that feels wrong.
So you've noticed something is amiss. As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
Are you implying the Order worships the Threnodian? Your wants talk, given how strange your family's been acting.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
Right. Go to the
It's
deepest
thick with dust.
part of the castle.
Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Oh, like the statue. Ah!
Curious about that statue.
I'm in the bushes!
It represents the unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders,
Sorry.
it is more a symbol of
That's really funny.
defeat and submission.
I just full on
The
just fell
aroma
through
from
that.
these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
Shit, hell, God, that made me
These are
jump.
violacas. They produce a unique fragrance, wouldn't you say? This is it.
Open sesame!
Are you prepared?
I mean, about as ready
Yes.
as I'm ever gonna be.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Even if you want to.
Could just leave whenever I want, to be fair. Imagine she just starts hunting me down. Oh, I thought she might have followed me in. Oh, so that sword's in here.
Just as I expected. The Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in this sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form.
Yeah, so the Threnodian had the ability to like merge, so the Threnodian and the Sentinel have merged together. Right? Do they
A majestic steed that galloped with the wind.
Yeah.
Not a creature of the ocean's depths.
So they worship the Sentinel secretly? Is that why this is down here?
The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think that's a theory that we've thrown around before, that, like, they had merged. I think it's something I had said before from, like, looking at the stained glass and stuff. Like, it looked like they had merged together, and the Order was aware of this. Or at least worshipped whatever creature that is instead.
Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure.
Right, so we need to separate them. Got it.
I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
Oh, interesting. That's much easier said than done.
In
Is that
return,
something they could do?
I will agree to whatever condition or request you make.
Surely separating them is in the interest of everyone, right? Sentinel cannot leave its commissioned region.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita.
Carlotta will come and get me, and she will physically carry me out. I don't think that's gonna happen. So, I'm practically engaged at this point, so, you know.
I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you described.
Yes, this is what we remember. This is how we figured out that they had merged.
Only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Describe to Cantarella what was portrayed on the stained glass.
The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact.
That's not how Jue found their resonator.
That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator.
Got it.
To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
But it's like Excalibur. Like, you know, like King Arthur, Excalibur, the Sword and the Stone legend. It's kind of like that.
And what about Cartethyia?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead.
Are you saying the real maiden was already chosen?
In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere.
Oh!
When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cartethia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinshi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Can I get a closer look at the sword?
By all means.
Don't like the way she just stepped away. It's not very reassuring, is it? I'm just like, okay. Alright. Oh.
Rover, who are you really?
Yue calls me the Arbiter.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
Tell Cantarella about the conversation you had with Cartethyia.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
Keeping it as... Oh, I can't even speak, I'm just like... Keeping it Rover is fine.
Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
I have my own reasons for finding Imperator. You hand Cantarella Turvin. She stares at the sword for a second before shaking her head. Or Turvine, I should say.
Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cartethyia and Imperator's sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you are the one that Cartethyia sensed wandering outside the sonorosphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Thessalia estate that leads directly to the sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
Interesting, though. The bits of Phasalia lore we're learning are actually really intriguing. And the fact that they seem to still worship the Sentinel, and they have this sword that basically used to be part of these trials that they held to find the Sentinel's resonator.
Why do the Phasalias have a cable car that leads directly to the Sonosphere?
Before it became a Sonosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Phasalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school. The elevator is merely a later addition I had built for easy access.
Sense. So where's the path? Oh, there we go.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
Because it definitely is. Oh,
I'd
wow.
like to share a different perspective.
Cool.
Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
She's very different.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a
That's the one
solution
that
to
she
the
took a thing
Sentinel's
with.
plight, and rarely returned to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
Oh, so she's been
A friend?
there.
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them
Oh.
are all true.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest.
I mean, to be fair, her predecessor from the trailer seemed like a bit of a douche, so...
We Thessalians
Not that
have lived
justifies
under
killing
the
her, but, you
Thenodians'
know.
whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow.
Not surprised.
Until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Phasalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet.
Yeah, she's so different to what I thought she was going to be like. A lot more likable. She's very likable. And
We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
oh, I mean, that's cool.
Feel the tide pull.
Hang on.
Engulfed. By C's venom.
I saw that goddamn tongue. There's no way I could ever get this character. That tongue thing has scarred me for life. For life. My girl Zani, I'm saving for you, babe. Don't worry, Zani. I will bring you home. And God knows what they're going to do for the anniversary, so I'm scared of that already. But Cantarella is very tempting. I do quite like her.
Why not
I'm excited to
savor
get to
this?
fight. I want to do some fighting. I'm ready. Yeah.
Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on
Ow.
my last visit.
I'm so
And
sorry.
there's
Genuinely,
no
I'm not
tacit
even joking.
wielding
I've been
environment.
playing Punishing.
Could they have come?
I've been
from
playing
some
Punishing
other
Grey
space
Raven,
then?
and I've genuinely forgotten the combat in this game. I keep mixing them up because I've like been playing the
I
other
didn't
one.
think there would be gull puffs here.
Shit, there's more?
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing a few for me?
I better
See, I
not
keep
ask
forgetting
what she
dodging
plans to do with
the thing.
Poor thing with this. The road ahead will not be an
Combat's
easy
fun as
one.
her though.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the
Wow.
Avenoleum, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when belief burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinasita vanished along with it.
Oh,
Yet
that was
due
brave,
to a lack
G.
of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
Sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartethia's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself, for now. For the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest.
See, I would kind of love it though if Cartethyia does end up just being the Threnodian's resonator.
Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence
That
is clear.
is really gonna throw.
Now is
Come
not
on,
the time.
I'm trying to theorize here. Cantarella, thank you. Right. Honestly, I feel like the tension and the kind of drama would increase massively if we obviously end up getting along with Cartethyia and we really like her and all this kind of stuff, and then she ends up being the Threnodian's resonator, and then that ends up being, you know, a point of worry and contention, and we might have to fight her one day and all this stuff, and then someone else ends up being the Sentinel's resonator. I feel like that would be really interesting. I kind of hope it's not just all on Cartethyia, but I don't know. We'll have to find out. But I think that would be really interesting if someone else was the Sentinel's resonator and it's like this battle that's like destined to happen or whatever. I think that would just be kind of sick and wrong idea. Oh, shit.
The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a Blessed Maiden?
But you said you left yourself a message saying that the maiden was dead.
That's why I sought aid from the other Sentinels.
Oh. I've been trying to run slowly so I don't do this, so oops. wonder how many places she went. So that looked like there were other swords. Oh, there she...
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cartethyia, and you are?
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the sword of divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
That is a big sword.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Oh, so she isn't the Sentinel, right?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Threnodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh?
Things are more complicated than you expected.
This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords.
There are two other swords, we just saw that, yeah.
The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff to do with swords with this place. I've had like a couple of like side quests that have linked to all swords as well. Do you remember the 3 pedestals as well?
Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians doing?
Yeah, this could be a bad thing.
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers.
Yeah, but also like the Sentinel Threnodian's currently like sealed away. But also, to be fair, the Sentinel may not be able to hold on much longer. And then if the Sentinel dies, then Yeah, so to be, yeah, it's kind of like, it's a bit of a catch-all, isn't it? It's like, it could either go super bad or super good. I have a feeling it's gonna be super bad, but we're never gonna know unless we try.
Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, cartethyia would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
So, how do we get up there?
Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cartethyia back there?
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
Alright, well, let's go. But it looks like a Norlondo from Dark Souls. The fear is real! Not the poisonous archers, please. Oh, shit! Whee! It actually really does remind me of an Orlando. If you've played the first Dark Souls, you'll know what I mean.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
Why is this place upside down?
I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Them?
Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.
Well, if we could equip that. Really does give me Dark Souls vibes. It's cool. Fuck. Holy shit, this looks so fucking cool. Oh, visually, 10 out of fucking 10. Where is it? Oh. Lower this. Or are we going up? Oh. I was like, why is it all coming down? It's not. We're just going up. Wow. Dude, this is so trippy. It looks so good.
This gondola only has 2 seats.
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Can we make room for one more?
Greed will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid Foam would refuse that suggestion.
The 2 of you can go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers?
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
So if...
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
I am afraid, but not of the answer. We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
Yeah, it kind of feels like, I mean, that cutscene was definitely longer, but I was gonna say, it feels like the cutscenes have been, like, quite, like, short so far that we've had. But yeah, I really hope they're not trying to build up a, like, cartethyia having a crush on Rover thing, because... Also, to be fair, and I know oh, she's still called Companion. That's weird. We've never had that before. That's new. Okay, and cartethyia, I know she is an adult, but she does look quite young. And, like, the fact that even, oh my god, my brain, Cantarella points out, she was like, we're the same age, yet you still look like this. Kind of, she does look quite young. So, yeah. And also, we've probably seen an adult version of her. Yeah, I kind of hope they're not, like, building towards her, like, having a crush, because I think that's a bit awkward. I presume she was just a bit embarrassed, but yeah.
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first Dark Tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
Oh.
If the Threnodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further.
Probably a good idea, to be fair, for now.
More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
He's like a vacuum cleaner. Sorry, what a comment. Oh, sorry, that just came out. Cartethyia, the vacuum cleaner. What a way to just put that cool ability and just make it sound so shit. I'm so sorry. What is wrong with me? So why not just make her playable then? You should have just had her be playable. Okay, now we need. Ooh. This. And it is time to eat. Oh shit. Oops. Time to try that again. Right. Oh. Good job. She knew where to throw that, because otherwise that would have been a bit awkward. I'm sorry, we could have fit 3 of us in here. Look how much bloody room there is.
The vines are remnants of the dark tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's...
I really wish I'd give you enough time. Hear everything they're gonna say. Yeah, I don't know why they keep just doing these like tiny little cutscenes like that. It's not really necessary. Because like it's not really adding anything. It's just it's weird. They've not really done it like that before. Like I'd rather them just save it and just do like big cutscenes. Yeah.
This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
Uses the gravity calibrator with special energy. Use the gravity calibrator to change the gravity direction, enabling access to unreachable areas. Want the direction guided by what? That's cool. I like the way they've done that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
I was gonna say.
Hopefully this helps. No hesitation.
I didn't realize one was still alive. You do your thing.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Oh, did that thing. Oh, cool.
Wind
Oh,
guys.
where have
Like
I
Sam's getting
gone?
impatient. Let's head back.
The panic was real then. I thought that was all on timer and I was like, oh. I didn't actually realize it was initially on a timer, if I'm being honest. I was just doing it quickly. I kind of wish he had something funny, like it just dropped Rover straight on her ass. That'd be really funny. And... Yeet. I will say this environment is stunning. Like, traversing it, this is really nice.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Don't worry about that for now.
Oof, that threw me.
Another water ice is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city? But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence obstacles ahead. Let's get off here.
Okay.
There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one.
Where would a conveniently placed device nearby that could amplify the forte be? I wonder. Yeah, I feel like they've missed a bit of a chance of humour there. I think it would have been really funny if they just dropped the rovers straight down.
That's it. A tacitite device.
Oh, a conveniently placed device! Yay!
Leave it to me.
But instead, more enemies.
Moment of resonance. Hopefully this helps.
Come on.
This should do the trick.
I'm so sorry. All I see that now is a vacuum cleaner. I have completely ruined her abilities for me. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hopefully
Oh,
this helps.
don't think so, pal.
The hour is upon us.
Oh, more? Okay. I really like these new enemies, though. These new enemies are cool. Cartethyia should be able to do something. Out of my way. Okay. And around we go again. Whee! Oh,
You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark.
oh.
Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation?
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex.
La la la. Well, that is really trippy. At least Cantarella's gonna have a nice, easy journey, to be fair. This way?
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry.
See, that's interesting though, because
As
she's
for
got
you,
a juxtaposition
I really am.
to the rover with all this.
I can take care of myself. If it comes to that, I'll still remember the girl who cared enough to worry about me.
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, phone.
Don't take long for Cartethyia to return and the three of you regroup. Should let me explore around while I was
I
waiting.
saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured?
Good as new.
You're not hiding anything from me?
No. Not at all.
Your smile is rather concerning.
Oh, I insist. Here, take this.
I am adoring the music of this section though. It is stunning. Like, environment, amazing. Music, stunning. Oh, it is setting the tone so goddamn well. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, here. Never mind. Ignore me. Ooh! Good job, G. Pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. Right, here we go. Ooh! Why? Why I'm in such a rush to get up here. Ooh. Your of Unity transports you to a new area and changes the direction of gravity. Okay. Where the? Yes, I love that. How do I get back down? Do I just go back through the
Wind
door?
guide me.
Ew. Oh, it conveniently puts me at the bottom though, so that's
There's
good.
no knowing what will happen once Turvin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
I'm fed. Oh. First of 3, it would seem.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One. Will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these 3 doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living.
Sorry, I just really want to admire this art style. I love this art style. Oh, stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Love this art style. That is beautiful.
From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed maiden, fleur de lis. None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
Oh, we all got the same. Okay. So it makes sense then why she's wearing a crown that resembles the Order of the Deep's crown, like why they're similar.
I told you to stop sticking random stuff in here. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion.
What frequency, Abby?
I should ask you that. What did you do just now? Huh? I was dozing when bam! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal has something to do with it.
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big gigantor back in Jinjo.
Do I?
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cartethyia, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us.
You saw the coronation too?
Huh?
Describe what you saw to Cartethyia.
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella.
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the sonorosphere. I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
I can still go on.
You're the one who needs rest most of all. After all, it's still only a possibility that the frequency you absorbed is the Sentinel's powers. Rest now, to ensure it doesn't take a toll on you.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well. Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Okay, cantarella.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
About the Phasalia family.
Is it true that the Phasalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained glass?
The leader of one such faction, to be exact. That was a long time ago. After their defeat, the Union was disbanded under immense pressure, and the Phasalias gradually withdrew from the public eye.
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly change your beliefs?
No. The reasons for the Phasalia family relinquishing their pride and enduring disgrace are far more intricate than that.
What do you mean?
Long ago, Turvin was actually given to the Phasalia family by the first Primus, Napoli II.
Oh.
When the conflict had settled, he arranged a private meeting with the head of the family to reveal the truths behind the pilgrimage. He told the Phasalias that when he traveled through the first dark tide and reached its end, there was no sanctuary, only a battlefield filled with darkness and suffering. The heavenly voices he heard were not revelations from the divinity, but the seductive whispers of the Threnodian, casting a lure for puppets to bite. As I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian who uses beliefs to spread a spiritual plague. You see, it requires a puppet to carry its voice. The Sentinel realized the Threnodian's plots, and thus the first Dark Tide was launched as a hasty reaping of Raguna and the Sentinel. To save Raguna from the grim fate brought by the Dark Tide, the Sentinel split a portion of their power and entrusted it to Napoli II. This power allowed him to imbue the echoes with the strength to repel the tacit discords and purify the Dark Tide.
And this power was released through the lantern depicted in the stained glass?
Yes. The other part was kept inside Turvin. It was in that very moment, when the Sentinel's power had been weakened, that the Threnodian corrupted and merged with their body, transforming the Sentinel into the form you see today.
If what you're saying is true, the first Primus should have been on Imperator's side. Did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect him?
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was torn apart, caught in the ceaseless struggle between the Threnodian and the Sentinel. Within the body they now shared. The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodian's influence. As the two divinities vied for dominance, he succumbed to many misdeeds against his own people.
Damn.
In the end, during that private meeting, he confessed the truth to the head of the Phasalias and begged for release.
So that's why he passed so abruptly.
The Phasalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Our only recourse was to submit to their cause and keep the secret locked away in our hearts, waiting for the right moment to act.
Something else I want to ask you about.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
About cartethyia.
You were pretty harsh on Cartethyia.
Before I learned of those record secrets, I had only seen her from afar, heard tales of her accomplishments. While I would be willing to believe she stands with humanity, the more I allow myself to cling to such thoughts, the more I must strip them away and think rationally. It's only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own, and not the whispers I hear in the dark. Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
About the divine trials.
A trivial experiment. A test designed to find those with the strongest wills and force them into resonating with Turvin. Yet after trying for so long, all we got was the answer, "The maiden is dead."
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation. Better to stop pressing.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Cartethyia and I will take point again tomorrow.
Well, I don't intend to wait around either.
Are you going to search those areas we passed before alone?
The more clues, the better, don't you think? Oh, and take this. Afraid I've slipped something extra in? Or perhaps you're contemplating dinner with me.
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the Phasalia family packs her own food.
Food is always an easy target for those who find me less than pleasing.
That looks good. I love how that's my comment. I'm like, yummy! Where is Cartethyia? There she is. Look. Oh!
Dark tide. But why then?
Don't know. Cartethyia, hello.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? Share with you all that I can remember.
Oh, she's got quite a tough voice. About the dark tide.
It is paradise.
I take it you don't mean that in a good way?
It is a place where sickness, hunger, sorrow, despair, and dullness of heart cease to exist. There, deacons sing eternal hymns. From a literal standpoint, this line describes the dark tide perfectly. In the beginning, the dark tide would claim only the areas it touched, assimilating all life as its vanguard to clear the way for its spread. The dead, they would grow mouths and sing hymns, day and night. They didn't need eyes or ears, for their purpose was to spread blindness and madness. Even those who did not believe were drawn irresistibly to the Leviathan's creed, and for those already deceived, it was all but inevitable. When a soul is corrupted to its core, it will sing hymns without end on its sleepless journey to merge with the dark tide. And when every faithful soul has returned to paradise, the land consumed by the dark tide will begin its pilgrimage, drawn by darkened skies, spreading its gospel to wherever it lands next. The final act of the dark tide is the journeying paradise.
Is this the future you saw after coming into contact with the dark tide?
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
About the Anovolum. Avenolium?
That was its name before it became a sonorosphere.
Can't say words.
This seminary, built on an island, was not just a place of learning, but also a sanctuary for raising dragon echoes.
We have seen a lack of dragons. That's a good point, actually. That was definitely in the trailer.
What did they teach?
The Order's scriptures, geography, history, and combat skills.
Shouldn't a seminary focus more on cultural arts?
Their talents were put to more practical use. Besides, the doctrine of salvation emphasized the importance of combat. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
About the other swords.
The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia. I can't remember anything else about Hognis, but as for Haltia, it was my former blade. How did it end up being one of the swords that can break the seal?
Perhaps we'll know once we find it.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
You don't need to stand so far away. We're stood extraordinarily close. I'd almost say too close, you know? We need a couple of steps back. You don't need to stand so far away, you know.
It's safer this way.
She stood so close. How is this safer?
You should get some rest. We'll be counting on you again tomorrow.
We physically cannot go any closer than that. Right, let's get some rest. Sleepy times. Abby, you alright?
You mean besides being squashed behind that blue thing? Yeah, I guess. Listen, I figured something out about that frequency.
What?
It's not a single frequency. It's like it's mixed up with something else. Or kinda like a piece of cookie that's been crumbled in with everything else. Which is why it's so hard to get a good bite.
You tried to eat it?
To see if it was a threat. I can now say with certainty that it isn't. But since it's a crumbly mess, Other than taking up space, it's pretty useless.
We might encounter something similar at the next 2 pedestals. Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
Will do. You can count on me, 100%.
The night passes in silence. Cantarella is the first to wake and notice the subtle sounds coming from outside. Oh, so she's like going her own.
Why not savor this?
Wondering if we were gonna see like the rover or whoever like asleep.
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. But now, here I am dealing with one of you. Since you're all here, how about a morning stroll?
Damn. She is very strong. Oh, she's really fun to play. I will give her that. Oh!
They're a lot feistier than before.
Need help?
Try not to be... Oh, this will be fun. Sink into the endless deep. Fall from the abyss. Smother.
Down with the curtain! The show begins.
I'm excited for this new aero skill because the rover really does need an upgrade.
Well, this is where our paths must part.
No! Come back! Not even left yet, but I'm just like, come back already, please.
You're here for the Sentinel. Why would you leave now?
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. It may be tied to the Sentinel. And besides, I'd rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs, seeing as your gondola only holds 2.
Yeah, you might as well do your own investigating.
Are you sure you want to go alone?
Such concern for me. I do hope to see the fruits of your labor when I return. Mind if I take Turvin?
Go ahead. It's no use now that it's out of the pedestal. Its energy is gone.
It may still come in handy.
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need help.
I just might ring you up once things are settled.
You open your terminal and exchange contact information. Cantarella leaves with Turvin. Alright. Let's go and deal with the other pedestals then, I guess.
If only I could still fight.
Everyone's doing their part. Don't worry. Nobody's perfect.
I feel like that was a bit of a... that was a bit of a weird thing to say, but okay. Or just like, you don't need to fight, like, it's all good. Ugh.
The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
Well, that was a frog then.
Once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords. Hogness should be here somewhere. This is where the acolytes used to be tested. Perhaps that Steely over there has instructions on what to do.
You don't remember from your exams?
As the Blessed Maiden, I was exempt.
So, trust thy neighbor, else land will stay fallow. Unite the isles, else leaves will stay unbuilt. Brothers and sisters, let the sky, the land, and the seas be united. The path to righteousness is lit by the sacred fire of unity.
Sounds like they're talking about one of the 3 major belief systems, the faith of unity. I don't remember the pieces being spread out like this. Maybe we could find a way to move them.
Let's give it a try. We still need to rebuild the waterway. There's no point in finding Hogness if we can't repair the waterway. At that distance, we should take a wing ray.
I'll have to go.
Hold on tight. Don't go falling off.
That looks cool.
That one. It isn't supposed to be here. There's a gravity calibrator up ahead. Let's put it to good use.
Cartethyia, grab on tight.
Huh? Oh, okay. That's our goal, right there. But how do we move it?
Help me guide the wing ray to the top of the statue.
Of course. But what do you have in mind?
Casting a plunging attack cause the statue of divine justice to descend, triggering a section of the ruin to. Okay. Here we go. With her hand? Damn! She has a sword. Oh, down it goes. That's one way of doing it.
Is this really okay?
Well, it is now.
Saves us the trouble of finding some trigger mechanism.
Oh! Oh, they're so cute.
Are these the so-called dragons?
By these.
Is that a problem?
As she murders
Last one was
them.
bigger.
Was there more? I didn't even realize.
Which last one?
Gehenna. Ever heard of it?
I used to ride it.
Oh, that was her dragon. Bit awkward. Was mate, I kind of murdered you. Bit there.
It's Hogness. There's a gravity calibrator behind the collapsed wall we just passed. We can use it to reorientate ourselves. The remnant spark should be able to incinerate the thorns on the left.
You can let go now. How are you feeling?
So soft. So cuddly. I mean, I'm fine.
Put his back over there.
Cherish every gain.
Nice. Okay, so going back this way. Nice, okay. Chest, thank you. Yes, I will.
An unexpected discovery.
Whee. Hell yeah, we got Hogness.
It's stuck on the pedestal.
The waterway is still incomplete. We have to look elsewhere.
Oh.
It's identical to the last statue. Same as before. I'll handle it.
Okay, so we're good. Go down there.
Leave it to me.
Oh! I was expecting them to come alive. Ooh, hello.
The end has come. Strike from the shadows.
Oh. Okay, so the TDs did come alive. Okay.
No hesitation. Oh. Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance. I sense your weakness. No hesitation.
That does look very cool.
Don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I'm just doing my part.
I quite like the puzzles. The puzzles have been quite fun, actually. Been quite interesting. They are very hand-holdy, though, I will say. Oh. Oh, God. What are you making me do? Ugh. Flying challenges! I will somehow crash this into something. It's just what I'm known for. With the power of the hand, because I couldn't possibly use a sword. Nice. Don't think we're quite finished yet, though.
We're still missing an area. But where?
Over there.
That might be too high for the wing ray.
Same as before. I'll handle it.
Right.
Just a bit more.
Ooh.
I'll handle this bit. You rest. You've done well. Let's see if I can get a feel for how strong the gravitational forces are.
All right.
Don't go straight into those.
Leave it to me. I sense your weakness. The end has come.
Get rid of this one. No, not you. You. Oh! Oh, sensing it right now, because we're kind of stuck in it. Ugh.
Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. The hour is upon us. Strike from the shadows.
Nice. Eh. Probably could have gone in from the other bit. Oh well. Too late. I want to go back this way.
Cherish every gain. Cartethyia.
I'm ready.
Hey, what? Norlondo in Dark Souls would have been so much easier if I could have flown around it. Oh. Ooh. Oh, shite. At least it's not like the flipping flying challenges where it just like instantly fails you if you land on anything. And I refuse to talk about it because I refuse to do them in Spyro and I refuse to do them in this. I hate flying challenges. Actually, anything with a timer on it, just get away from me. I really just can't. Aw, look at the little
Leave it to me.
dragon. Phew, I feel so bad.
Is upon us. I sense
dragon.
your weakness.
Don't even think about it. Oh, there's more dragons. Okay.
Hopefully this helps.
Ugh.
The end has come. No hesitation.
How do you guys feel about having to use Rover in main quest lines? Just like being like forced to use the main character. I mean, I quite like it because I quite enjoy the immersion, but I also feel like we're desperately in need of this like new ability. Because compared to other characters that we play in the game, Rover's abilities just don't feel as fun to play. Like, it's still fun, but not as fun as like I want to play Bran, this new character that I got, do you know what I mean? So and that's how I kind of feel about it. Like, I kind of want to be able to use characters that I've spent the time to build and all this kind of stuff, you know? I'm just curious what you guys think about it. Because I personally don't mind, but I feel like the Rover really needs some, like, funner abilities to use, you know? There we go. Was all this just for one sword? Oh my god, am I going to have to do all this for the other sword as well?
It's been a long time since I saw this place as it was meant to be. So beautiful. I had forgotten.
Do you want to stop for a while?
No. We have more important things to do.
Let's check back on Hogness now.
Afterwards. Yeet.
An unexpected discovery.
Let me remove the sword. At least you won't come to harm if it's a trap.
We'll do it together.
But
if it's a trap, we stand a better chance together.
No traps.
Yeah, it was absolutely fun. Everyone's good.
How does it feel to trust me?
It feels good. Why don't you call Foam over? Try whistling. Like this.
Here goes.
Foam heard you. Come on.
Really quickly. Here we go. Sword of Discord, Hogness. A blade of unknown origin. According to cartethyia, it seems to be the key to unraveling the steel and inverted tower. It exudes an aura as deep and mysterious as the abyss of the sea. I wondered if it was going to tell us anything else.
The way you were when you saw the plushie echo, it was unexpected. I think the martyrdom of the Blessed Fleur-de-Lis needs a rewrite.
What's that?
A play about you, written by Cristoforo the playwright.
Oh, how did he betray me?
I would rather hear the joyous songs of the masses than any solemn hymn of remembrance. Perhaps the Sentinel feels the same.
I'd never say that.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says, as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be all right. Doesn't matter if it's the Threnodian or the Sentinel. They don't get to change who you are.
What you said back there. Thank you.
Alright, let's do it. Oh, there goes number 2. We've got one more.
Release my resonator. Why dost thou persist? Why abandon thy oath? Why hinder the spread of my gospel?
You are a false divinity. Gehenna will reveal the truth.
Gehenna, the lone dragon to have escaped. The one blessed by the dark tide shall return to us. Continue thy disobedience at the risk of insanity.
Oh my god, that makes things even worse. Because, like, it was the Order... Oh, that, like, interfered with the dragon. Oh, that's so sad.
Look around. Thou hast none left. My most beloved resonator. Why persist in the error of thy ways?
I will never forget my cause. If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity. With the support and hope of countless souls, I stand before you. They fell, so I may rise!
Cartethyia.
You saw that too? Gehenna, the one you mentioned earlier. What happened to him?
He's found peace.
Thank you. Anna, Casatomo, Olnat, everyone. I am finally able to face all of you. I am not your enemy, and your sacrifices were not in vain.
Hey, Rover. Just now there was...
Shh. Later. Someone needs a quiet moment.
Sorry you had to see me lose my composure. I found my true self again. It doesn't matter if I am indeed the Threnodian's resonator, because I know who to stand by and who to cut down. Some of my memories have returned, thanks to you and Cantarella.
Feeling better?
No, not yet. Not until we free the Sentinel and defeat the Threnodian. That is why we need to investigate the frequency you absorbed earlier.
My turn to shine. That blue thingy in your tacit mark totally tastes like Threnodian.
You tried to eat it again?
Of course not. It reeks. Just the smell alone is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's mixed up with something. It's too tough to chew.
If the Sentinel splits their own energy to prepare the true Blessed Maiden, then why would they split off the Threnodian's energy and then channel it through hotness to the person who unsealed the passage?
Perhaps to...
Possibly. But the Threnodian's energy would damage the body of the Sentinel's resonator. You wouldn't be affected, since Abby resides within you. But surely, a second frequency would interfere with the resonance of the Sentinel's true Blessed Maiden.
The answer might lie in the other frequencies that got mixed in. The answer might lie behind the third sealed passageway. Cartethyia is starting to make sense of things, but she'll need time to get her head straight. Same as before. We'll keep watch tonight and continue our journey tomorrow.
Of course.
I feel like the memory recall scene, it was a bit quick. Like, she was just like, I now remember everything, thank you. I kind of wish we'd had a bit of, like, her, like, I don't know, having, like, a moment where she was like, oh, struggling, and seeing these, like, flashes of her with, like, those characters that she mentioned, just to give it that kind of emotional weight behind her kind of crying and being like, I'm not your enemy and stuff. I kind of wish they'd sort of pushed that emotional connection to this character a little bit more, because it feels a little bit like, oh, okay. So, I don't know if that's just me, but I kind of wish they'd sort of pushed that emotional part of it before, because yeah, I think that would have been a little bit better to get visuals of some of these people that she didn't see as her enemy, you know? Maybe it's up and coming, but that just felt a little bit quick, you know? Anyways.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
Tell me about Genom. Genom, however you say it.
Dragon Tacet discords lived here long before the Renacita settlers arrived. With time and patience, the Order tamed them into echoes. They are fiercely intelligent and have their own social order. Gehinnom was their king, and the only one we believed could lift the siege of the Dark Tide. We hoped he would bring us the truth, but it seems he failed.
Oh.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
Tell me about the Sentinel's resonator.
I am a resonator born of the merge between the Sentinel and Threnodian. So, whose resonator am I? Do I belong to the Threnodian? Or the Sentinel? What does it really feel like to be the Sentinel's resonator?
Jin's story.
Juhe's resonator sounds like a woman of strong resolve. I would like to meet her someday.
Delicious dishes required. You need one of those things? A pizza classica tropicala laureus salad is required?
It's late. You should get some rest.
I wonder if I can talk to her afterwards.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss? I need to clear my... You should get some rest.
I can go and get her a pizza.
Late.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna go and get her a Domino's. Hang on, Cartethyia. We're gonna get you that, Dommies. Take out the pizza tropical.
Just the sight of it is enough to... Is this what people eat nowadays?
I see you are a Raganazi through and through. You're not going to eat it?
No, I am grateful for your kindness, but I can no longer taste anything. Thank goodness. Nor do I need food to survive.
I've just brought you a cheeky Domino's and you're not even gonna eat it. How rude. But you don't want this side of wedges either, or these cookies. Not getting my garlic herb sauce either.
How else would I have been able to last for so long in the Sonorosphere? You should save this food for someone who truly appreciates it.
But Cantarella wouldn't say no. How dare you?
Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
Is that everything?
I need to... You should get some rest. But I...
How does she react to the salad? Take out a salad.
Oh, yum! Laura's salad. My favorite.
Of course your favorite's a salad. What? Are you insane?
A man named Bartolino once told me that the Sentinel recommended this dish to him during the Carnival.
The voice he heard was mine. The body is a temple for the mind. To keep your mind sharp, do you consume healthy food?
Oh, please.
That's probably what I said.
Look, there is nothing wrong with eating healthy, okay? But you know, you are allowed to eat unhealthy food. It's just the amount of it that you have, you know? Like, you don't have to stop eating chocolate entirely if you want to lose a bit of weight, but just maybe eat a little square of chocolate or a chocolate bar instead of a big chocolate bar. It's like, you know, it's like, just don't eat too much of a bad thing, you know? You don't, yeah. Let's pass that message on. You know, life is short, you know? You don't want to completely stop yourself from eating tasty things or having a nice drink or whatever every so often, you know? It's about just doing it, you know, not too much.
After I became a resonator, the voice all the laureates heard was my own.
And it's her telling them to eat a salad. Eat salad! Oh my god!
Still, the Laura salad is undeniably the best dish out there.
I bought you a Domino's and you recommended them salad. I'm insulted.
So, will you have some?
No, I can no longer taste anything, nor do I need food to survive. How else would I have been able to last for so long in the sonorosphere?
That must be a damn good salad.
You should save your food for those who require sustenance.
I'm not going to go and do the other one because that would mean I have to go and find that pizza, and that is not going to happen. So how can I call Cantarella? Because that's... Oh, there you go. Call Cantarella.
Good evening. How goes progress on your end?
Explain what you learned.
So, a portion of energy was split from the Threnodian.
Do you trust Cartethyia now?
Rover, the soul is like a boiling cauldron. You may know the ingredients you add, but who can predict what will come of it? It might become an elixir, or perhaps a poison, or perhaps it will simply fizzle away into nothingness. I've watched it happen far too many times. One must never grow complacent.
So, any updates on your end?
I found several things which may tip the scales in our favor.
Such as?
It would take too long to explain. And you deserve your rest, don't you? I will be there when your journey ends. We will speak of it then.
Right. Abby?
What? My eyes are still peeled.
See anything useful?
Nope. Nada. Zilch. I can't shake the feeling that the two frequencies are somehow connected.
Imperator has the power to split energy, and Leviathan to merge and assimilate. So the source of that connection might very well be Leviathan's powers at work.
Yeah, could be. Isn't there one last place to go? Who knows what you'll need to cram into your tacit mark next?
Soft singing rouses you from a light sleep.
Is that Cartethyia?
Yeah. Oh. The thing that's literally guiding me up there. Oh shit! Wow, wow, look at that. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. On very much off path. Oops.
sorry I woke you.
It's fine. I can sleep anyway.
Were you singing just then?
Yes, a farewell song from the people of Renacita. We usually sing it when a friend is about to leave. During that battle, I never got to say goodbye or mourn their passing. And before my memories came back, I wasn't sure if I was worthy of paying them my respects. So now, even though I know these are just lingering frequencies, and they might not understand me, I want to say goodbye properly, and thank them. Do you think I'm fooling myself?
No. I'm sure they can feel what's in your heart. I'm not just saying that to comfort you. I believe it's possible. I once saw two friends. One who was already dead, reconcile with each other from within a Sonaro sphere. When frequencies are concentrated in one place, it's possible that their reverberations could still carry traces of human will.
Meaning?
They might still be able to hear and feel. Your voice, your goodbyes, your feelings could have reached them. After all, these frequencies are strong enough to manifest in the real world.
Really?
They haven't made a move against us. They must still remember you, which means they can probably hear you too.
I'm glad. No. If they can still hear and feel, then the time for goodbyes hasn't come. I need to give them a real victory.
You can ease up a little. As long as their obsession holds and the Sonaro sphere stays intact, they won't vanish.
Bound by obsession, till relieved of duty.
Cartethyia?
See, is there any chance, like, this is applicable to not only them, but her as well? Like, if the Blessed Maiden is actually dead, as we've been told multiple times, I wonder if she is as well. And if, as long as this Sonora sphere is intact, she will continue to be around, but when it breaks or whatever, maybe that's her ending too.
Nothing. Just a stray thought.
Hey, since we know you don't carry any blame, should I call you Cartethyia or Fleur-de-Lis?
Cartethyia. Yes. Cartethyia will do. I want to stay here for a moment. Will you keep me company?
All right, but only for a moment.
morning.
Oh.
Morning, Cartethyia.
It's time to go. Today is the day we settle this.
Let's do it.
Home is telling us to hurry up.
Well. That is a little bit early to be doing that, G. There we go. Ooh, there we go. I definitely chose a very different route.
I wonder how Cantarella's doing.
We can call her if you're worried.
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
Ever the early riser. Did you call to say good morning?
Good morning.
Oh,
Is something the matter, Cartethyia?
very bright.
I just wanted to know how you're doing.
Ah, so you do care. Good to know my efforts weren't wasted.
She hung up. Was that meant as encouragement?
Everyone shows kindness in their own way.
Wind guide me.
Over there. That's Haltia.
That painting.
Oh.
Cadento.
Oh, we know him?
He's not who you think he is.
Ah. Ah. Oh. Cadento, more like Cadento. No!
I sense your weakness.
Don't hurt me.
Hopefully this helps.
Find out in a minute. Oh, that's good timing.
The end has come.
Oh.
Let's finish rebuilding the waterway.
I want to see if it says anything on this one. Ooh. Sword of Virtue. The sword once belonged to Cartethyia has now become one of the keys to unraveling the seal. Oh.
Identical to the last one. But we have to remove the shackles.
Bound by obsession. Till relieved of duty.
Oh, he's back again.
Cadento, won't you let go?
Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness.
I'm going to break the chains.
Wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
That is impressive.
That was quite impressive, actually, to be honest. Let me guess, my best mate's about to be back.
Same as before.
Yep, there he is. Right, mate. Oh, there's more of him.
Strike from the shadow.
Surprised I managed to dodge that, to be honest. No, not the notification. I have taken a break.
Hopefully this helps.
I just didn't log off the game. I really wish that wouldn't come up in main story quests. I say this every time, but I really need to put that in my feedback. Is like, yes, the message is good, but if I'm playing a main story, it's, you know, don't need to remind me. At least it wasn't during a cutscene, I guess. I just feel like I get called out, you know? Where am I going now? Oh. Yeah, this is quite fun. No!
It's coming back faster each time.
Ugh! Oh, he got me that time.
I sense your weakness. Moment of resonance.
He's a much higher level this time as well. Ew.
Hopefully this helps.
There we go.
No hesitation.
One more after this. Leave. Okay, one more.
Leave it to me.
Watch out!
The hour is upon us. Strike from the shadows. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness. The end has come.
Does that mean he's finally been freed?
No.
Now we can smash that statue back in.
The morph painting over there should allow us to reach the highest point.
God.
Did you know that echo well?
Cadanto was my first echo after I joined the Order. When I stood against the Threnodian, he took a mortal blow meant for me and fell to the dark tide. I never thought he'd come back as a tacit discord.
But he still recognized this sword. And was still trying to protect it.
Yeah, see, like, this has a bit more of an
Haltier
emotional
was my
impact.
saber. I practiced with it often in sparring sessions with Cadanto. Looks like he's still trapped in the past, doesn't it?
See, yeah, like, this has a bit more of, like, an emotional impact, you know? It really is all about... All of it. Probably could have gotten a little bit closer with that. Sorry, Cartethyia, you'll just have to swim.
We must finish this and free Cadanto.
He's back again.
Oh. It's not. Alright.
Strike from the shadows.
Oh! Shit, I didn't dodge that time.
Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. Moment of resonance. I sense your weakness.
Oh shit. There you go.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. I want to eat. Huh?
I'll handle this.
Please, allow him to fight at your side.
Oh, he should have had, like, the name, though. Finally, I leveled up my databank slightly. I've been waiting to level up this freaking databank. It's just not been budging at all. Oh. Right, here we go. Right, here we go. Final one.
Fleur-de-lis, wilt thou return to me?
Someone must expose your lies. As long as there is a sliver of hope, I will not give up.
Is that so? Then I shall reveal the truth. Fleur-de-lis, why dost thou resonate with me?
What?
Why dost thou hear into the minds of the faithful? Why dost thou act as my oracle? All this, and yet thou dost not question.
Shut up!
The answer is this. Fleur-de-lis, thou art my creation. I made thee, thy life, thy hopes, thy will, thy past, all that thou art. I made whole. I made perfect. I fed upon the trust, adoration, and longing heaped upon thee by the masses. Thy resonance brought forth the second dark tide.
Oh shit.
What? Those clashing frequencies just calmed down. That feels way better.
Looks like Abby settled down. It seems we were both affected.
So it seems.
I'm starting to remember everything, just like you sensed I would. The force that modulated the Sentinel and Threnodian's frequencies came from me. No, it wasn't what I originally intended. I think having you take it from here may be for the best.
Why do you say that?
This crown. It turned into what it is after the Dark Tide came. This is what the Threnodian uses to control its resonator. When the Threnodian unleashed the second Dark Tide, I, as the cartethyia you see before you, split the part of myself that wished to live after seeing the corruption that stood before me. I chose to be broken from the very beginning to escape the Threnodian's inevitable grasp. You see, when I destroyed the Threnodian that had taken over the Sentinel's body, it immediately began to assimilate into Fleur-de-Lis, its resonator. She was the part of me that was left after I split myself. She retained the most power, and now hopes to one day destroy everything, even herself. The Threnodian's endless whispers and screeches are slowly chipping away at Fleur-de-Lis's resolve. That's why she had no choice but to split her power's frequencies, just to buy herself more time. But using such resonance abilities came at a cost. The split frequencies, they needed a vessel.
Your memories.
We don't have much time left. So, you see, I have been instinctively searching for someone to wield that power. All that was given, possessed, or taken by the false divinity, I must pass to the one capable of resisting it. This is how I intend to lay the false divinity to rest. Not just its life, but its very existence for all time.
You're saying that behind the last seal lies.
Fleur-de-Lis. The part of me I left behind. The one that also contains the Threnodian. Bound by obsession, till relieved of duty. Today, the part of me that wishes to live on will vanish. Is it because my wish has finally been fulfilled? Will you accompany me one last time?
So basically, Cartethyia is not real. Like, she's like a part of Fleur-de-Lis that was split off because she wanted to live, and the Fleur-de-Lis that is in there is basically the rest of Cartethyia, but with the Threnodian in there as well. But the whole of her was not real. She was created by the Threnodian to resonate with the Threnodian. So that means the big freaking question of who is the Sentinel's resonator is still up in the air. It's still up in the air, right? I also don't like how calm she's gotten. But I did kind of have a feeling that, like, her saying about, you know, the bound by obsession and then, like, them vanishing afterwards, it did kind of feel like it was implying about her. But I have a feeling she's going to survive somehow. Like, I just have a feeling that she'll survive this somehow, I reckon.
Seems like I won't get a chance to apologize to Cantarella. Her preparations were futile.
When it's like this kind
Tell
of...
her I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just have a feeling she's totally gonna survive. I really hope there's a save point before this. And I say that, aka I mean somewhere I can heal. Because I am at half HP.
This was where everything started. The origin of the second dark tide. I have one final request. Now that you have the power to split and merge energy, there is something only you can do. Please, use the connection I still share with Fleur-de-Lis to bring the last fragments of her tortured consciousness here. Then, with your power, remake us as one, and finally release us from this world.
Why?
That way, the Threnodian will remain trapped forever in a lifeless shell, unable to return to this world.
But doesn't that mean the end of the part of you that wishes to live?
I have lived my life to the fullest. I would like the ones who are left to do so as well. Cartethyia has had her wish fulfilled. Now, it's Fleur-de-Lis's turn. She seeks self-destruction, to end the divinity, and with it, her torment. She has lost all hope and believes that no rescue is possible. Remaking us as one is the only way I can think of to fulfill her wish. Or rather, grant her what we wish. I was born to this world cursed. The Threnodian intended for me to live as a threat to others. But the puppet born of its wickedness will become the prison that seals its fate. I shall be whole again, true to myself at last. A fitting end, don't you think? I have reached my final destination. One last swan song, and then the lights go out.
I understand.
Thank you. And forgive me.
I can't hold it any longer!
Why? Why are you doing this? Neither Cartethyia nor Fleur-de-Lis should continue to exist! Don't go.
I heard your request. But I prefer to handle this my way.
Not even whole, yet still ever so determined.
Cantarella.
Phone brought me here. I'd have shown myself earlier. But it didn't seem like the right time to interrupt. Looks like what I prepared could still be put to good use.
Turvin.
The Sentinel's Sword. It will help you resist the Threnodian's attack.
What's inside?
To pass the divine trials, every potential maiden must resonate with the Sentinel through Turvin. Those who survive receive fragments of truth, but at a cost. Memories lost in varying degrees. The lost memories fall into this sonorosphere, each carrying faint traces of the Sentinel's power, the power within those fragments of truth. Turvin absorbs this energy. The Sentinel's energy flows through you. You are more than worthy of wielding this sword. But you, Cartethyia, you alone must choose to wield it. Only then will it become the Blessed Maiden's sword.
Does it also hold the sacrifice you made?
No, my sacrifice was used up long ago. At the time I resonated with the Sentinel, I saw you through their distorted eyes. Or rather, I saw Fleur-de-Lis battling the Threnodian. In that moment, I made a sacrifice that would shift the balance of power.
Was it?
The energy I received from the Sentinel's second awakening. I split it from myself and offered it back to the Sentinel so they could, for a moment, regain control of their body. Only by doing this could Fleur-de-Lis seize the moment to kill the already tainted Sentinel. So, the real Blessed Maiden is dead. But there is no reason why the false Blessed Maiden cannot herself become the true Blessed Maiden, is there?
I'm just gonna reread that. At the time I resonated with the Sentinel, I saw you through their distorted eyes, or rather I saw Fleur-de-Lis battling the Threnodian. In that moment I made a sacrifice that would shift the balance of power. The energy I received from the Sentinel's second awakening I split it from myself and I offered it back to the Sentinel so they could for a moment regain control of their body. So is this saying that Cantarella is the Sentinel's resonator and the energy that she got from that, she offered it back? Holy shit. Is that what that's saying? She basically gave up being the Sentinel's resonator so that basically the Sentinel could take control of that body so that Fleur-de-Lis could kill the Threnodian. Oh my god, is that what that's saying? And stop the Dark Tide? So she was the... Oh my god. I did wonder... That's so interesting. Oh. See, in the trailer, she was saying about them being under the control of the Threnodian all this time. And I was like... I remember saying when I did the reaction, is she gonna be like... resonating with the Threnodian somehow? Like, is there something like that going on? I'm sure I said, or I at least thought something like that, but I never thought she would have been the Sentinel's resonator. And now that she's saying that, like, that's why the real Blessed Maiden is dead, because it's her. What a fucking twist! That's such a good fucking twist. That is not what I expected. Damn. Damn, I feel kind of sad for her, though, that she, like, sacrificed that. Wow. And it's so wild, because if you look at her, like, character and the design, she fits so much more in with the image of, like, the Threnodian than she ever did with the Sentinel. But that's because the Threnodian and this, like, Sentinel Threnodian thing and their, like, connection with the Order and the sacrifices that the Phasalia have had to make have been so in-fitting with, like, that belief system that's been forced upon them. That's so sad. Oh, my God, Cantarella, what the fuck? Oh. Oh. Oh, my God.
A person of true character should never be defined by an inanimate blade. Both you and I were cursed to be mere playthings of the Threnodian. But that doesn't mean we cannot reshape our fate.
I didn't even know that was something they could do. Wow.
Thank you. In spite of my curse, my life of hardship, I must still save what is true.
Oh my god, her character story is going to be so fucking interesting. I can't wait. I want to get into this shit, this emotional shit, what the sacrifice has meant. Oh! Oh!
Had you not stopped the second Dark Tide? Well, it is we who should be thanking you.
Oh. Oh! Oh my god!
At least you can't accuse me of ingratitude. I just need a moment's rest.
Oh.
Apologies, but they're doing something rather important.
Oh shit.
Please? Do give them some privacy.
Wow.
Abby?
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, I get it. We're gonna yoink Leviathan out. Huh? But but all you have left is the energy I ate before. Are you sure that's enough?
Some things, you just gotta do.
That, honestly, that twist, that's fucking so good. Oh, I'm happy about that fucking twist. That was so good. Damn, Cantarella though. Oh my god, what an unexpected character. Shit in hell.
Come to me, mighty god killer.
I didn't even notice she has a horn coming out of her head. Oh, this is not good. Oh! Oh, she's level 100! Oh! Oh my god, okay. Oh my... Really? With this twiddly rover? Oh!
One with the sounds.
Oh my... You've got to be... I'm literally gonna fucking die already. What the hell?
You are much weaker.
I'm here to save you!
End me, or I will end you!
You would betray yourself.
No! This is not betrayal!
A person of true character should never be defined by an inanimate blade. Both you and I were cursed to be mere playthings of the Threnodian. But that doesn't mean we cannot reshape our fate.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says, as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be all right.
This is me being true to myself!
Then I will walk down the glory.
Imperators? No. Your own power. Useless.
As long as I can save the person in front of me, I am not useless! No retreat! At least, running, damn it! I tried everything. How could this be? Again, I failed. I'm sorry.
Then I will bring order and brightness back.
This all night must not power, my blessings, my past. Seek out a future where I am your blade. We'll find it together. Righteous one.
Oh, I said I wanted a new power, but I didn't want it that way. Oh, oh no. Leap into the air. Oh, fuck it. We'll learn. Oh, oi. Okay, well, let's. Excuse me. Oh shit! Oh shit! You do leap into the air.
I am the Tempest.
Oh, that is cool. I mean, she's still kicking my ass, but still. Ugh. I really need to, like, learn this. This is going to be interesting. Oh, yeah, you just keep doing that. Yep.
Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds.
100% press the wrong button. Okay. I'll take it. I'm going to learn.
Bad timing.
Bad timing? Yeah, me trying to learn anything. I'm just like,
Waves rise. Judgment strikes.
One move.
One more time.
She's so tall.
Wind
Gosh.
rises. Hopefully this helps. We'll face judgment. Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds.
Oh. I'm not looking forward to coming back and doing this. I mean, actually, oh wait, oh, I see, I can still use my other ones.
You will obey.
Oh, so she can just poppity poop between the three.
The hour is upon us.
Love that for me.
Hopefully. Winds calls.
Just keep spamming.
Judgment strikes.
Damn, I like this new ability though.
Annihilation. Hopefully this helps.
Holy moly.
None shall whisper. The show begins. Swift and resolute. The end has come. Wind calls. Waves follow. The wicked
Guarantee someone is going to tell me I'm
will
using
face
this wrong,
judgment.
which is fine. I've got to learn.
And the Tempest.
Well done. Seek out a future where I am your blade. We'll find it together.
The frequency in her body is already...
Arbiter, despair not, for all is not lost.
Holy shit, that was so sick. Oh my god, that cutscene was fucking dope as hell. Because of the sound, I can't like scream when it's happening, so you just have to see my face just go, oh! I had to gasp though, that fucking moment. Oh my god. The ending of this quest has been insanely awesome. Oh. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, that has made all the running around so fucking worth it. Oh, I mean, it was good. I enjoyed it. But, oh my god, it's all culminated into just this ending awesome part. I'm excited to see how they finish up this quest.
Arbiter, forgive me for meeting thee in such a form.
Oh. I don't know what I've done.
Imperator? I thought you...
I safeguarded my core data, lest I be wholly assimilated.
Can you save Cartethyia?
Arbiter, dost thou remember the covenant we made?
Yes. I read the message left behind.
Soon thou shalt recall all. Thou didst desire that I uncover the Threnodian's true nature. So I set forth a condition, that my root privileges be unbound, that I might act without restriction.
With unrestricted access, you were going to...
Merge with Leviathan. A measure of last resort. At the time, I had no other recourse. So, I allowed it to believe it had prevailed.
Why?
The Threnodian is a taint upon civilization. Only by partaking of its blight could I seek to comprehend it.
So? What did you learn?
The Threnodian cannot be undone while civilization endureth. Even it knows not the means of its own destruction. But we may yet shackle it.
What role does Cartethyia play in this?
When Leviathan merged with me, it breached my mind. I offered knowledge of the Resonator, yet concealed one small truth. Beings such as we may bear but a single Resonator. The Threnodian used my return pod to conceive an entity known as Fleur-de-Lis, to make her its Resonator. After centuries of failure, by sheer trial, it found success but once.
So this is leaving me with a question. So if this Threnodian essentially like created its own Resonator, does that mean the other Threnodians don't actually have their own Resonator? Does that mean this theory that they have a Resonator and the Threnodian has a Resonator, is that not true then? Is it only the Sentinels that have a Resonator and the Threnodians don't then? So does that mean that theory's out the window? Because if it is, that's a bit of a shame, because I actually quite like that theory, and I felt like it could have caused a lot of tension in meeting characters going forward, but we'll find out.
We were of one body. Therefore, when Fleur-de-Lis became Leviathan's Resonator, she also became mine. But mark this well. To the Sentinel, a resonator is an anchor. To the Threnodian, they are but a shackle.
Ooh, but the Sentinel just said that we could shackle the Threnodians. So maybe it's not that the Threnodians have their own resonator, maybe it's that we need to give them one. And that's how we basically can shackle the Threnodians, to basically make them defeatable. Interesting.
What made you decide to leave Turvin with the Phassalias?
When first I did merge with the Threnodian, I sought only but to bide, awaiting a resonator of steadfast will to join me in the war against the Threnodian. After Fleur-de-Lis's conception, Cantarella became my safeguard. But had Fleur-de-Lis fallen to the Threnodian sway, as long as one mortal using Turvin passed the second awakening to become my own resonator, then the law that no being shall bear more than one resonator at a time wouldst have been shattered. This wouldst rend asunder the frequencies of I, Imperator, Leviathan, and Fleur-de-Lis in a tempest of chaos. And the Threnodian wouldst not escape destruction.
Wow, Cantarella did the right thing then.
Such was my intention. Yet Cantarella chose another way.
Not all journey toward a final destination. Some are destined to pave the way. Take my energy. I will find a way out myself. I trust this will serve to pave the way for you.
She forfeited all the power of the second awakening, surrendering it unto me. With that newfound power, I did briefly regain control, and in that moment, compelled Fleur-de-Lis to strike at my form as it was, corrupted by the Threnodian.
But that wasn't your original plan.
No. It was an unexpected variable, a plan I could not have conceived. Or rather, a plan born of hope. Perhaps this is the influence humanity has wrought upon me. To change is to be free. Fleur-de-Lis overcame the fate Leviathan ordained, and so too did Cantarella walk a path unscribed in my records. Though the journey was fraught with twists, we stand victorious.
I don't know if the end justifies the means.
Arbiter, was I wrong?
I can't speak for what I wasn't a part of. You did what you could do in that moment. Anyone still standing because of it doesn't get to judge.
Arbiter, in the few moments we have left, might I speak with Fleur-de-Lis?
Call her Cartethyia. That's what she wanted. How do you intend to bring her back?
Remnants of her frequency linger within thy tacit mark. So long as a conduit is established, her frequency shall be reborn into her body.
What do I use as a conduit?
Me.
We have seen something
This
similar
dying
before.
breeze hath little time left. Let it guide her on its final journey. Arbiter, one question remains.
Wow, Abby though.
Did I fulfill the charge set upon me?
You fulfilled your duty, Imperator.
arbiter. Take these words to the Phasaelius. From this day forth, you are free.
I can't believe that's just happened.
Cartethyia, awaken.
You are...
I am Imperator, a being that owes you a great debt. I have a question I wish to ask thee. Dost thou rage at how life has unfolded? Dost thou renounce faith or hold resentment? If thou wishes to forget, I can erase the past from thy memory.
Such memories do bring me pain, but that is evidence of their truth. Without the truth, I would not have had the strength to carry on. The truth is a beacon in the maelstrom of my life. And I would rather suffer for it and rejoice in it than abandon it to blissful ignorance. I am true to myself. Please, don't make me forget who I am.
I have heard thy wish.
If I go, you will be one step closer to perfection. No, if you do that, I wouldn't be me. To deny my own self and my experiences means any perfection I reach will be hollow. I would be heartless.
Thou hast need of divinity no longer. Though my power hath waned, I now offer thee my blessings. Let the winds of the past depart. The ships of this new era no longer need their guidance. Though the tide's rage is endless, humanity shall embark upon new voyages. No longer shall scroll and prophecy bind, but thy will shall forge a new era. Cartethyia, thou art worthy to bear the title of Blessed Maiden.
Violin in the background is giving me life.
Righteous one. I have never seen you look as gentle as you did during our fight.
Let me ask you this one more time. Should I call you Cartethyia or Fleur-de-Lis?
I want to say that it doesn't matter. But since you first met me as Cartethyia, that is who I shall be.
Very well, Cartethyia.
I thought I saw the Sentinel just now.
I saved you.
So where are they? What do we do now? I can't return to Raguena as Fleur-de-Lis, and I need not serve divinity anymore. Who I was, and my past aspirations, are all gone. I feel empty.
You can always visit whoever you want. You can always eat whatever you want. And you can always go wherever you want. You don't have to do anything for now.
You're right.
Felt right saying all of it, sorry.
I'll stay here for a while longer. Is that all right?
Oh, I was wondering if they were gonna pop up. Or if they didn't, actually.
The one who defies hath banished herself to the high tower, cleansing the remnants of the dark tide. Yet, she knew not that the dark tide would never recede. She shall prove the most loyal servant to divinity.
You are wrong! Humanity has its flaws, and you've exploited our weaknesses. But we shall not go down without a fight!
You are no longer whole! You are not the perfect creation I conceived! Be that as it may, how long shall thy resolve endure?
The righteous will always rise to defeat evil. I will defeat you, and await my own defeat. Whoever it is, the tide of resistance never ceases. False divinity, suffer my disobedience!
That animation went so hard at the end. Oh my god.
I cannot fall now. No wall is impregnable. Humanity has its flaws, exploited by the Threnodian. But we shall not go down without a fight. The waves of resistance shall never cease. Mankind will not be oppressed by the Threnodian. Now, be free.
Light, come hither!
Make way for your destroyer. Come to me. Mighty God Killer.
That was a really weird place to place that. I feel like that should have been placed a bit earlier. It just feels like we've had this really peaceful moment, and then to have that just felt like a bit of a weird moment to pop that in there. It was an awesome cutscene, but it was a bit of a weird place to like place it, considering that like that's all now dealt with, and then also the Threnodian's now dead, and also the Imperator we think might be dead, so... Anyways, let's finish this quest. I'm guessing we're near the end. Oh my god, she's already summoning all the animals like the Disney princess that she is. Oh.
Righteous One, please keep what happened between us.
Of course.
Thank you. I know what I want to do now.
What's that?
I want to surpass you.
Huh?
You're strong. Stronger than me. You could defy my wishes, ignore my pleas, defeat me, and in the end save me. But if one day you find yourself in a similar predicament to mine, who's going to save you? Your bond with the Sentinel is now a bond with me. You were their arbiter, and they were your helper. But I want to go beyond that. I want to be more than someone who works on trifles, like harmonizing the frequencies between you and Abby.
Hey, I'm more than a trifle. Wait, I didn't realize you're the reason I stopped feeling icky.
Oh, that's been solved.
Should the day come when you find yourself in a similar predicament to mine, I'd need to defy your wishes, ignore your pleas, defeat you, and be your savior.
Speak as if I were a villain.
If that were to ever happen, wouldn't I need great power to set you right? Just like how you set me right. Would you deny me the chance to return the favor?
Bold words from someone I handily beat.
Oh, careful now. Your provocations work far too well on me.
Right now, you're less a blessed maiden and more a steely knight.
Well, my one creed is to be true to myself. In that sense, I am rather headstrong. A knight. Yes, perhaps I'll be a knight-errant. That does sound appealing. But, truthfully, so much of this world feels unfamiliar to me now. Will you be there to guide me, should I need it?
1 minute you want to fight, the next you're asking for help?
I'll find my own way then. One last thing. You should speak with Cantarella. I can sense she made it out of the sonorosphere safely.
And you?
I'll go later.
Definitely a few points I have to make, but I will say overall I have been extraordinarily impressed by this quest. This quest has been absolutely fantastic, but I definitely have some points of things that I wish had been slightly better or that they could have expanded upon. Why am I doing this? That's only me being picky because of how high quality this quest has been, do you know what I mean? And how high quality the game has been. But it does make me wonder about the Fraxidus, because I was thinking, God, this is very early to have this done with. So I was kind of thinking, oh, the rest of this must kind of be going to like the Fraxidus then. Surely, right? But that also makes me wonder then, where does this leave us? Because obviously we came here because of Abby, and obviously that's now solved. But the Fraxidus issue still won't be solved. So where is that going to leave us? This is going to be so interesting.
So you haven't forgotten me.
Sorry, everything got so hectic.
I shouldn't put my guest on the spot. Moving on. How is Cartethyia?
She needs time.
Understandable. Her transition back to mortal life is a drastic departure from her former existence. Now, I suppose I should thank you, huh?
What's this?
Blood Pact's pledge. A symbol of the unbreakable pact between you and the Phasalia family. Each head of the family is entitled to one, and only one. You vanquished the Threnodian and brought peace at last to the Phasalias. You should have it. Consider this a token of gratitude.
Is that the only one?
You wish for more? Or is there something else you'd have me do?
I want you to make peace with the Montellis.
Oh. Do you intend to mediate between the two families?
Any deadly feud I should know about now?
tiresome feuds rarely last between two formidable houses. But alas, there is only so much light. Some branches greedily reach for more than they need, and the forgotten are doomed to wither in the dark. Disagreements lie not only between families, but also within them.
Sounds worse than a calamity classed as a discord.
How fortunate I now find myself with time to fix things. If you're interested, I'd gladly teach you how to care for a family such as ours.
Before I forget, Imperator left a message.
Tell me. I'm ready.
From this day forth, you are free.
I'll remember that.
Will you tell the others?
I've spent so long preparing for this day. A few more will hardly make a difference.
I'll take my leave then.
More tea before you go.
There we go. And then I think that's going to be the Cantarella story quest, right? Yeah. So this is Cantarella's companion story. So we're going to do this in a separate video because this has obviously already been quite a long video and it looks like we've got a few new side quests I can tackle in my own time. Right, let's talk about this quest because my goodness, what a quest this was. So let me first of all start by talking about the new characters we got introduced, which were Cartethyia and Cantarella. Two characters that Cartethyia we'd obviously briefly met before, and I think there's been so many theories and so many things from the trailers and the live streams that we had an idea of who she was, and I think that the thing and the connection between her and Fleur-de-Lis, obviously essentially just being the same person, I think that we clearly had that implied. I'd had some previous theories that I'm, you know, not too proud to say got proven wrong, and that is absolutely fine. That's part of the fun of playing these kind of games, is you theorize, and sometimes you get shit right and sometimes you get shit wrong. I will say I am quite proud that I did kind of catch on to the fact that they were separated from the same person, so I at least kind of caught on to that, which I thought was quite good. Like, it wasn't that she transformed into Fleur-de-Lis, but I was like, I think Cartethyia is like a part of her, but I did theorize that someone else was as well, and that was obviously not the case, and that is fine. So I do admit that I was wrong on that front, but I think that her ending up being the Threnodian's resonator, her ending up being someone that was actually created by the Threnodian to be their resonator, all of those things were such interesting twists, and I really like that they took those twists with it, and so it took something that we were expecting and really transformed it into something that we weren't expecting, and I thought that was really great. I thought Cartethyia as a character was very likable, she was very sweet. I kind of like the fact that you sort of wanted to trust her, but you also kind of had to keep her at a bit of an edge because you weren't quite sure, and even when she started regaining her memories and her tone got a bit more serious and everything, I think that you still kind of wanted to trust it even in those moments, and I think that she was very endearing. I think the only thing that kind of threw me was I wasn't quite sure why her and Fleur-de-Lis were so different in looks, because I know Fleur-de-Lis was essentially the Threnodian, the Sentinel, and then Cartethyia all mixed into one, but she did look quite different, especially when you put them side by side. Like, she looked a lot older, she had developed certain assets, like she looked like Fleur-de-Lis looked like an adult character, so it kind of made me a bit confused as to whether or not Cartethyia is supposed to be younger than she was portrayed. I'm just not really sure. It's one of those things where because resonators don't age in the same way, it's really hard to tell. So to me, I feel like Cartethyia looked quite young, but I honestly don't know. See, the thing is, I personally don't feel like they were really trying to hint at anything romantic here. I feel like the blushy moments people might take as romantic. I saw the connection between her and the Rover as being more of like a sisterly bond. And I will say that's probably one of the first times where we've had this kind of connection where I've kind of seen it that way of like the Rover wanting to like save her and take care of her, and it kind of be like a very teachy moment. And I feel like when Cartethyia was kind of getting like blushy and stuff, it was more like she was just kind of like embarrassed, and she was even doing the like little like kind of face, and to me it was more childlike than anything else. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I would be interested to hear your guys' comments, but I think for me this didn't feel like they were trying to encourage a romantic connection, which I was actually quite relieved about, and I kind of liked the fact that I came out of this not feeling that way. So I think that was really great. I think the Fleur-de-Lis, I actually really wish that she had become Fleur-de-Lis at the end, because I loved the Fleur-de-Lis design. Oh, she looks so dope with like the metal hand and the sword. Oh, loved that. I really wish that was the version that we'd gotten. But Cartethyia hopefully will, if she does become playable, potentially have some of those assets, because I think that would actually be really great if she became like a knight-esque character and got like the sword back and everything. I think it's something that you really don't expect of a character of her design, because she looks like she'd be more like have like a staff and be like more magic based. So I really think if they do something like that, I think it'll be very unique for a character of her design, and I think it would be a really great thing to see. In general, I'm glad that she survived. I think going forward with her character, I don't really know where we're really going to go forward with her. I guess it'll be about her trying to rediscover like what to do next and what she wants to do with her life and everything. But I am glad that she did survive. I think part of me, I always get a little bit when they kind of reverse character death. And to be fair, they technically hadn't really killed her off because Fleur-de-Lis was still alive and stuff. But I didn't really mind it on this one. I think it was fair enough, and I think, to be fair, they killed off the Threnodian and the Sentinel, so I think having some good ending come out of this, I think, was only fair. And Cantarella, was not expecting Cantarella to be like she was. The fact that she was actually the Sentinel's resonator, what a fucking plot twist. I loved that. It was just a question in our minds that was like hanging over of like, who is it? Like, who is it? And then it was her. And I'm like, and the fact that she gave it up. Oh, so good. So good. The Thessalias were not what I expected at all, and I really liked who they ended up being. Can't wait for her character story. I'm so excited to play that companion story. My only downside to the whole Thessalia story is I really wish, because we only really got to see everyone's perception of the Thessalias because of the previous quest, aka the connection with the Order and worshipping the Threnodian. And I'm sure you guys are going to tell me that it's probably in characters when you go around and talk to them, it's probably written down somewhere, but I really wish we'd seen the negative impact that the Threnodian had on the Thessalias more. I really wish we'd seen the negative side of that more. And the fact that, because I think that like there was such this emphasis of like, you are now free. I really wish we'd had a bit more of like that in the game, so that we could have seen how much this whole thing impacted the Thessalia family more, and how like upsetting that was. Like, I kind of feel like they almost could have done the Cantarella story quest, and I know, like, I don't know what it is, so I don't know what they've chosen to go with, but part of me kind of feels like if they had done it like before this quest, we almost could have seen how much she's had to struggle to like protect her family, and the things that she's had to sacrifice and the things that she's had to do. We could have seen that in that quest and then played this and been like, oh, like that is so satisfying of an ending. And instead, it's kind of like, well, now they're free and that's great, and it'll be great to see what happens with that, and that's probably what it's going to explore next. But I really wish we'd kind of gotten to see how much this really did impact the family, because we don't really have much of an idea of the before. So they definitely could have made this quest longer, because like with the Montelli family, we really got to know Carlotta. We really went around with her, we explored with her, we even got to flash back in the Montelli family in her story quest. So I kind of wish, or I kind of hope they do something similar in Cantarella's, where we flash back and see how much of a difference this has now made to their lives. So I think that's my only downside to this whole thing. But Cantarella was not what I expected, and I actually really came out of this liking her. I think that the Rover in this quest, I think the Rover was great in this quest. I think the only thing I still really want to see is more emotional depth from Rover. Rover, to me, sometimes can feel a bit one note. And I want, like, for example, like when Cartethyia was like saying to Rover, like, you know, about sacrificing me and all this stuff, and the Rover was like, understood, but I'm gonna do this my own way, with like a little smile. And it's like, you know, I kind of want her to get like angry, or I kind of want her to be like upset, or hear that in the voice acting. And I just feel like sometimes with Rover it can just feel a bit flat sometimes, and I really want that emotion to punch through. I want her to be like, no, I'm saving you, like that is it, I'm not doing that. You know, I want that emotional punch through. So I really wish they would give Rover some emotional depth. I don't know if it's different with the male Rover. I really feel like I need to watch some of these cutscenes and just see, but I really want them to get into these characters' emotions more, especially with the Rover, because the Rover is their own character. The Rover is not a self-insert. So yeah, I feel like I want that punch more. In regards to the story, actually no, I'll talk about the environment. Environment, fucking stunning. Absolutely loved it. It was good. Puzzles were good. Fights were good. Generally enjoyable. I think the music was stunning. Absolutely set the tone perfectly. Mwah, 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 mwah. Yes, absolutely adored it. On to the story. So the story itself, it definitely tied up some loose ends. We obviously learned about Cartethyia. We got the Imperator and the Threnodian story. And that's it. That's the end of that story. I'm actually quite shocked that it's actually come this early. And I know we're in version 2.2, but it does feel like it's ended quite quickly. Like, considering how key they're meant to be to, like, the Fraxidus' plans, for example, I'm shocked the Fraxidus didn't pop up. Like, I was expecting them to. Obviously, they did at the end, but I do wonder if that's maybe how Cartethyia is going to be more involved with, potentially, if the Fraxidus can't have the Sentinel, potentially they're going to go after Cartethyia, maybe. I don't know. But I think the Fraxidus, I was definitely expecting them to have more of a role, and I feel like the Fraxidus are definitely going to be who we're going to be having this tension with going forward, and I do wonder when the next part of that is going to be, and when we're going to start getting some kind of more in-depth stuff about the Fraxidus, because we really haven't had a lot. I think the only thing I will say I am disappointed about is that obviously Cartethyia is not really the Threnodian's resonator she was created to be. So to me then, I think that theory that all of the Threnodians have resonators is a dead theory. I think unless they create them, they're not going to have them. However, I do wonder whether or not, because the Sentinel said about them shackling the Threnodians, whether or not potentially there could be resonators that resonate with the Threnodian on a closer basis that could potentially be used to shackle the Threnodian. That is what I'm now wondering. And because, for example, I know there's been a theory about, I think his name's Genshu Lin from, like, Jinzhou, whether or not, like, Genshu Lin could be, like, the Threnodian's resonator. And obviously we know that they don't have a specific resonator, but I wonder whether or not they could do a very similar thing where they could end up using or taking over certain resonators or merging them or whatever they do, if they could do something to kind of create their own resonator. So this is what I'm now wondering, if the Threnodians could do this. And obviously we haven't actually dealt with Jinzhou's Threnodian, I don't believe, yet. I don't even think we've met them. And you know, Due is still around. Now we don't have a Threnodian or a Sentinel here, so I do wonder how that's going to throw everything into chaos, how that's going to affect everything. Is that going to affect... what's it going to affect? How is it going to work now that they don't have that? What does that mean? So I don't know if that leaf at the end was meant to imply that potentially the Sentinel is still around, but I am very curious how that is going to affect things going forward. And obviously now Abby is okay. What does that mean the Rover's going to do going forward, and where are we going to go next? So, in all honesty, this has left us in a really great place, a really interesting place. I know 2.3, I think, is going to align with the 1 year anniversary, which is kind of wild that it's already coming up to a year, because wow. So I'm really excited for 2.3. We've obviously got the quest, the Cantarella story quest that we're going to play as well, so I'll be doing that in a video coming up soon. But overall, this was fantastic. The cutscenes were gorgeous. There was a few random cutscenes at the beginning where like it was just like a little quick cutscene, and I was like, I don't know why you did a cutscene. Those were a bit random, but that whole end section, oh, so freaking gorgeous. So well done, so good. The voice acting, I'm so impressed. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know, what did you think of this quest down in the comments below? What did you think? Are you shocked where they went with it? Did you see the plot twist coming? I personally did not. So I'm so happy that I didn't get fucking spoiled for this as well, because honestly, this is not a quest you want to get spoiled for. Like, for real. You do not want to get spoiled for this quest. But if you're at this point in the video, then you probably already have been. Because you've probably watched the video. But yeah, overall, incredible quest. Very excited to play the Cantarella story quest, so please do not spoil that for me down below, but let me know if you have played it and what you kind of think. And yeah, let me know what you think of this quest. What do you think of these characters? Did you get Cantarella? How did your pulls go? I'm saving for Zani, so I'm not going to get Cantarella. I'm tempted to go for Shorekeeper, and I don't know if I'm going to, but hopefully we'll get the drip marketing for Zani when Shorekeeper's out, and I can kind of have a bit of a look and a bit of a decide. But yeah, but for now, this was the 2.2 main story quest. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content on this channel, right here on this channel. And if you want to talk more Wuthering Waves or Punishing Grey Raven, I've actually started playing that again. It's a very good game. I would recommend Punishing Grey Raven if you don't play it. We do have a Discord. I also have all the socials down below if you want to check those out. It's all in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.